Welcome to Infectious Laughter Podcast,
where real, ridiculous, and relatable moments from working in healthcare are shared.
We respect HIPAA because it's real, and we like our licenses. Now let's do this with culture and sensitivity. To Infectious Laughter Podcast, potentially episode 7.
Potentially.
Right. Again, we're not techies. But we have a guest today, Nancy.
Yes.
Do you see her?
I do.
She's sitting across from us. Would you like to introduce yourself, but don't say where you work because we're not liable for that.
I would not think of doing that. And are we using last names or aliases or anything like that?
It's totally up to you.
Okay.
Our last names are on the podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's totally up to you.
My name is Melinda Plumley. I've been an ordained pastor for 35 years, and 28 of that has been in healthcare. From hospital to hospice. So I spend a lot of time with people who are dying, near death, and dead. Oh, yeah. A lot of death.
You spend time with people who are dying, near death, and dead. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, of course, we thought we should bring you on a podcast called Infectious Laughter.
Right.
There are a lot of very entertaining and humorous things that surround death that you wouldn't expect. People fear death, especially Americans. As Americans, we just don't want to think about people dying. But every once in a while, there's just something that strikes me as like, okay, these people are not afraid of death, and this is funny. And so I want to talk a little bit about starting about death photography.
Death photography.
Yeah.
Now, before you start, I have been going through my grandmother's photos because they were at my dad's house. And now I'm getting all the photos. And so I'm starting to scan them so I can make digital copies so that I literally have so many photo albums right now. And I'm going through, and then all of a sudden, bam, there's this photo from probably the 40s of a child in a casket. And it is in the photo album, like, I think the photos preceding it were like, I don't know, Easter or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't see...
That was very common back then, especially with kids. Not even in a casket. They would dress them in their finest and make them kind of look alive.
Yeah, he was in I would consider like a First Communion outfit.
Yep, very common.
But
and
that's not what you're talking about.
Well, I was going to kind of talk about that history, so great segue.
Good.
So that kind of photography where you would dress up, especially kids that died young, because it started like late 1800s with the onset of photography. So it was this new technology, and there would be whole photography studios dedicated or would have a room dedicated for death photography. And so a lot of babies, because infant mortality was high, and you would dress them First Communion gowns, baptism gowns, in their Sunday best, and you would put them in a casket. Often they would be propped up on a chair if they were older, and with their toys around them as well. And that would often be the only photo they had.
Mm.
So it wasn't just kids at that time. Adults, too, would do that. Very, very common. And so as, photography went and everybody's got their own camera, that kind of thing died out. But no pun intended. But we still do it with babies.
No pun intended.
So children's hospitals still do death photography because that will be their only picture. So they'll put like gowns on them. Hospitals will have, on hand, always have some kind of gowns or blankets to put the baby on and a nice basket to put them in. Sometimes parents hold them, sometimes they don't. Yeah. So we still do babies, which is sad, and parents though want that because that will be the only picture. But what really intrigues me is when people who are like 70, 80, the family wants pictures of them, even though like your dad has thousands of pictures. And they'll still want a death picture. And so it does take, any staff that's around or anybody that's in the room aback because we just don't do that anymore. one that I remember was it was a husband. He died, and it was a couple that was very enmeshed. They had no children. They only had each other, and she wanted pictures. And what she wanted was what we like make fun of now, J.C. Penney pictures, where she's like she's like, let's pose his hands in prayer and put his head on that. And so we're doing that, and then she's like, well, I don't know, should we do them open or closed? And I'm like, let's do it both. Let's see what you like. Eyes open or closed.
Oh,
so yeah, I'm like,
open?
I'm all in. Oh. So I'm like, yeah, let's do some open, let's do some closed. And then we were having a hard time keeping them open, so we had a little bit of tape going.
Who is taking these photos?
So I am taking the photos with
Who
her
is taking
camera.
these photos?
Like her cell phone? I don't know if this might have been before cell phone
Like
technology
cell phone?
was really big. So it was her camera.
And he is at the hospital.
This was at a different setting.
Okay.
A
And
different
he is
setting.
at the
but
hospital.
a clinical setting. So,
Okay.
yeah, so she's like posing, and so then she's like, well, let's try this pose. I mean, we were doing a whole photo shoot. And then she wanted to get in the pictures as well, which was very odd because then she wanted to be also with hands in a prayer position, and it was really like her hands like this, folded in prayer, and then his hands like this, and so their heads are stacked with that. Like a J.C. Penney bad photo shoot.
Was this just for her own personal, to have for memories, or was she...
She was going to send it out to family.
I see.
And in fact, she asked me, do you think I can put this on a Christmas card?
Oh. Well, to each his own. I mean...
No.
And that's basically what I said. I said, I don't know your family, our friends, so I can't answer that for you.
Right.
But yeah, she was just committed to
I would be a little shocked if I received a Christmas card with a picture of a dead person on it.
But you may not know he was dead in the picture. If he's got all the makeup.
If I'm close enough that I'm getting a Christmas card, I probably knew that he died.
Right, but I mean, I'm going to go back to my other grandma, and she had a list of people she sent Christmas cards to. And she may not have spoken to them in a long time, but she would also just take you off the list if she didn't hear from you one year. Right. Like you were done, So maybe not. And this is, I imagine, Melinda, correct me if I'm wrong, before people were sending all these letters of, here's my year in review. That was very popular.
It was during that time.
Oh, so
it was during that
time. She sent it with a letter.
Yeah, she might have sent it with a letter.
Did he have a bunch of makeup on?
No, he had just died.
Okay, so he was still very flushed and
no makeup, not even cold. Just died. I mean, within minutes.
And she was ready with what she wanted.
Yes, she wanted these pictures immediately.
This was not a sudden death, I assume.
It was expected, but she was still angry about it. He was full code and should have been a DNR. So she was still very angry that he died.
So they had coded him already?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So we had to clean up the room from all the code junk all over the room.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he was dead when we were doing this, but still warm.
And in your training, was this something that was discussed as something someone would want to do, or was this your first time where you were like, and now I'm doing this?
Yeah, this was never discussed, ever. This goes on the list of things they don't teach you in seminary or in chaplain training.
Was this the first time somebody had wanted to take pictures, or was this just more extensive?
This is the one I remember the most because of all the crazy poses, eyes open, eyes closed, but I think one of the few times that the living person wanted to be in the photo. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, it's just the dead person.
Right.
But a colleague of mine had another one with a living person in it, and that was very odd because he had just died. This was a hospital setting, and it was a man that had a much younger wife, and she wanted to make sure she had her cleavage in the picture. She wanted, she like kind of pulled her, yes, her cleavage. She wanted her cleavage in the picture with her dead husband.
Was the rest of her in the picture?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
But
so
she like pulled down her shirt and like kind of perked up her bosom.
So she looked very alive.
Yes.
In the photo.
Yeah. And actually she fixed up her makeup. I mean, she didn't do anything on him, but she fixed up her makeup and fixed her hair and made sure she had good cleavage showing next to him lying there dead.
How much younger?
I want to say like 20, 25 years.
Wow.
So a couple of things were going through my mind that, you know, maybe he was just a breast guy, or we were not sure if these were real or not.
Her breasts or the photos?
Her breasts.
Maybe he paid for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe.
I wonder if this was going to be a Christmas card.
That there was no mention of that as far as I know. I have to circle back to my colleague.
Girl, this was for a dating app to be like, I will stay with you until death.
Yes.
Till the bitter end.
My boobs will look good until you go.
I didn't think of that. This was at the time of Tinder. So it could have been.
The time of Tinder.
Yeah, so it could have been.
That's a
She
great
was
phrase.
getting ready for swiping left or right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, or was this her way to snub it at family who had said, oh, she's just marrying you for your money. She's just going to leave you and divorce you. And she's going to send this announcement like, I stayed. MFers.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that she was going to send it to his kids who she didn't get along with.
Oh.
See?
And there was all kinds of drama as to who can visit and who can't at the end of life. So there was that drama going on.
Yes, we see that a lot.
Yeah, and she was like his kid's age.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 20 years.
Yeah, 20, 25 years, yeah. So we were thinking it was kind of like, haha.
But we don't know.
No.
But these are the stories that we play in our heads in healthcare because we're like,
we do.
We're going to fill in the gaps.
And it's so hard, at least for me, is to not ask those crazy questions that I really want to ask.
Right.
But it would be so inappropriate. Like, are these real or not? And did he pay for them?
Right.
Yeah.
No, you can't ask that.
No.
Especially as a chaplain.
No, it's frowned upon.
Yeah, I don't think Jesus would.
Jesus had a sense of humor. He might like that, but
right. But also he would know because he's God.
Right, he's God. He'd know all that. But my bishop may not like that.
No.
No. But yeah, so it's those kind of crazy things. I've had patients that ask me to put, or like patients' families ask me to put makeup on them before because, and this was like in an emergency room where they had gone through like a car crash and you know, and there was blood. So, you know, clean up the blood and then.
I can see cleaning up the blood. Usually the makeup happens at the funeral home.
But they wanted pictures there because they weren't going to have an open casket.
Right.
They were going to cremate. They knew all that already, that they wanted to do that. So I always keep makeup at work, so I go down to my office and get it.
It would literally not occur to me that to ask that at the hospital because I would think that would be done at the funeral home.
Right.
Even if I'm not going to have an open casket, if I want some photos, I would, to me, my brain would say they're going to get
They wanted it fresh.
Yeah.
But they didn't get fresh with the corpse. Like the lady
or they didn't want to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. There's a lot
I
of things.
suggested that. I said, why don't you let professionals do this at the funeral home?
Who do it all the time.
And I said, they'll do it for you, even though you're not going to have an open casket. They'll let you go in and take pictures.
Do you have to pay for that? Like if you...
Oh, I think that's probably part of the whole package.
Yeah.
Well, if you're sending someone to be cremated, they're not going to do all the stuff.
Right.
That
They're not doing all that.
Can you not have, they have
does.
visitation.
They didn't want any of that.
They didn't want any
They didn't want any visitation.
If somebody's going to be cremated, can they still have a visitation first?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you might
I'm
have
not
to...
up on all of the...
You still have to embalm.
Oh,
Is that mandatory?
Yes. If it's going to be like over like 48 hours,
I see.
you have to embalm.
I see.
It might even be less. But yeah, so you have to embalm, and if you're going to have a visitation and want an open casket, you have to have the makeup done, especially if it's days later, because then they're like a sheet. They're like a ghost. Right. So you have to do all the special makeup, and then their face droops and everything. All the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I know. So I went down, I got my makeup, and
what brand makeup do you use?
it was like just a CVS. Here's from this pile, here's from this column. So it was a little bit of everything. It's my cheap work makeup, which is why it's cheap work makeup. Because I learned by having my expensive Clinique at work, and then this was not the first time this happened, where people wanted makeup, like when somebody died, not necessarily for a picture, but they didn't want the family to see them without makeup, which is also weird.
I feel like we should pause this program.
Just happened suddenly.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy does not have the flu or COVID. She's been tested.
And I'm on day 10, 11. So I'm not contagious anymore.
So you say.
Well,
You're not
according to infectious diseases,
she has not paid me for a consult.
we tend to de-isolate after 10 days. Don't we?
You know more than I do.
So I'm not.
Please hold. Likely this will be edited out.
Yeah. I am not shedding virus anymore.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because I'm awfully close.
And
In this
we're-
small room
Exactly.
at the free public library.
This part is just the body's response,
Yes,
To
ma'am.
getting better.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The only thing infectious about you is your smile at this point.
Ah.
You guys need a little drum.
Yeah, we should have a little, like...
Sound effects.
You should.
Yeah.
Something new to edit in.
Thanks, Nancy. I've been doing all the editing, and so if it is bad, it's been Nancy doing the editing, because I don't know
Right.
what I'm doing. And she definitely doesn't know.
No. It's complicated. Editing.
Right.
Yeah.
So back to the makeup.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, see, this
When
is
you
what we
apply,
do.
this was a guy.
So this was a woman.
Oh, it was a woman.
This was a woman.
Did you do like full on eyeliner, mascara?
I did not have eyeliner, but I had mascara, eyeshadow, some blush, foundation, powder,
Lipstick?
lipstick. I did everything but eyeliner pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they also asked, do you mind if we take the makeup with us?
Okay.
Because they wanted like the last makeup she had on.
Okay,
They want
that's
some-
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that was weird, and I was okay with it because I don't take dead makeup back.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the
it's not-
makeup is not...
No, it's just creepy.
Yeah,
It's-
but
yeah.
here's so my...
I mean,
my,
the brush or the, whatever.
My
it
ID
is.
brain, when you were talking about makeup and then the family's asking for it, at first I was like, oh, we're gonna... Whoa. Like, all the stuff that could be on that makeup.
Yeah.
Why would you use it on another patient? I was like, oh, no, this is the makeup she saves for the people who are dead already. But
Well,
you're
no,
not
this is-
using makeup over and over.
No, so this was actually just my makeup that I keep at work in case I have a night
Oh.
meeting, or it's part of my hurricane kit, when I'm locked in for a hurricane. That way I don't have to bring my makeup.
Right, because we
So-
need makeup.
Right, but by the first time I used makeup on a dead person was my good Clinique, and I said, I'm not using this again.
No.
So after that, my work makeup is from CVS.
I understand now.
Yeah.
So once you've used it, you're going to toss it anyway.
I am
so you're
tossing
like,
it.
here you go.
Yeah, I am tossing it. I'm not using dead people makeup on me. And I don't want to keep it for the next person.
Right.
Yeah,
Because it could be years.
When we don't
you
know what's
No,
going on with
no.
all of that, right? Like,
No, and who knows where her face was? I mean, you just don't know these things.
Right.
So
they want the makeup.
Yeah, that for some reason that was important that they have the last makeup she used.
Editing.
You just get the little...
Going to be some outtakes from this episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blooper reel.
And then I'm going to put them in there.
Oh, yeah.
You
You could have a whole episode of bloopers, probably.
Well, I've started putting them at the end of some of the podcasts.
Oh, okay.
So if you're really
I like that.
paying attention, you got to listen to all of the disclaimers. And then I have like an EKG sound. It's like beep, beep, beep. No, I don't have the assistily sound. I will this time for this specific podcast about death.
Right.
Yes. And the people who want the makeup.
Yeah,
Because they
odd.
want the last makeup that touched the dead body.
Yes.
Maybe, you know what? Okay. You're more knowledgeable in all the emotions of someone passing. Is this, it's so acute. You said this was an accident. Is
This
the
was an
family
accident.
just really just wanting anything and they don't
Yes.
know what they're going to want?
Right.
So I've seen people take out, they want the bag of bloody clothes that we've cut off. Most do not say just throw it away. They want it. And at that moment, they want anything because they're walking out without their loved one. So anything they can have, often, we might give them the pillowcase or, something like that their head was on. But yeah, it's really just they have to walk out with something. That's one of the reasons we do prayer shawls for people who are dying. We've got volunteers that make these really beautiful prayer shawls. If we know somebody's going to die in the next day or so, we'll lay on a prayer shawl, we'll bless it, and then we tell the family, when you leave the hospital, now you have something to carry away that was on your person, that might smell like them, that you can hold on to so you're not leaving empty-handed. We don't do that in the ED a lot just because it's so quick and it's so tragic, and usually they come in coding, like this woman was. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
Everything's very chaotic at that time.
It is. So like death attendance is very different in the ED than like in an ICU or hospice.
Right.
Extremely different.
Right. But then there are these little things that happen that you're not prepared for that people ask, right? Like the photos and the things. And that's where you're just like, whoa. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can think about it later and rationalize it, but sometimes at the time you're just like, oh, gosh.
So now we do offer little fingerprints. We'll do little cards with their fingerprint on them, a lock of hair, and even a last EKG strip in a bottle.
Okay. There's
So
a thing
they have that.
from the past with like lockets of hair. That's a thing.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
So hair, and that's all throughout history. I mean, that goes back to the Egyptians, where they would keep a lock of hair and often make it into jewelry. And we'll sew it into a garment of clothing. And I forget what period it was, but you would like sew like your dead grandmother's hair into your wedding dress or put it in your hanky that you were going to carry in your wedding. So that was a thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
now.
Yeah, but people still want a lock of hair. And they will take that. And in fact, sometimes it's hard to cut the hair. And to like, so a lot of times when I'm cutting hair for families, like everybody will want a lock of hair. Well, this guy's like, 85 and barely has any hair.
Right.
And then they'll tell me, oh, but we're having an open casket, so you have to take it all from the back.
So my messed up brain is like, so where do you want this haircut? And if it's not on their head, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that would not happen. No, not at all. I don't need to see that. No. I've seen a lot of it. I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
Okay. The hosts and producers of this podcast explicitly disclaim any liability or loss incurred directly or indirectly as a result of the use or application of any of the content presented. Educational or health-related discussions are meant for general information and entertainment only. They're not medical advice and are not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your own healthcare provider for any medical concerns or decisions.
While we make every effort to ensure accuracy, we make no guarantees about the completeness, reliability, or accuracy of the information presented. Medicine is always evolving and content may become outdated.
This podcast may contain discussions of medical procedures or topics that some may find sensitive. Listener discretion is advised.
And most importantly, we laugh with our patients and coworkers, never at them, because nursing is serious work, but it comes with seriously funny moments. So if you put those headphones on, you can probably hear. And I'm going to play with the video.
So I don't hear you through my mic.
You don't?
I don't. I hear you.
You hear me.
I hear you.
I hear you.
Okay.
But you don't hear me
yes,
at
now
all?
I hear you.
No, I hear you.
Okay, I just wasn't
Right.
making out with the mic that time. So I think, Nancy, when you talk, I'll just duck out of the way.
Okay.
Because right now we're seeing a whole lot of me. This is my good side.
Okay.
I'm
Do you have a bad side?
I'm usually over there.
That's true.
Okay. So, do you want to do the start? Do you remember what we do?
No.
This is so entertaining.
Is it?
It is.
Is it like watching a train wreck?
No, it's like watching a great show.
Yeah. So you're going to want to be super close to the
Super
microphone.
close. Okay.
Like
making out with the microphone.
Right. You could lick it, but don't.
Oh, I would not.
Right.
Yeah, especially around an ID nurse. I would
Do we have
never
an
lick
official
anything.
intro?
No, we just say, we're going to begin episode blah, 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 and then
Okay.
we clap.
Oh, right. All right.
Right. So you're going to want to be close because I'm going to try to not get an echo this time. So
Okay.
Okay. So you want to do it or you want me to do it?
You do it.
Okay. So welcome. We're going to start episode 7
Sure.
in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Welcome to episode 7 of Infectious Laughter Podcast. No, you can't turn it the other way. 'Cause
I know.
usually
That's what I
where
was
we're-
doing. Okay.
Okay, we're going to start again.
Okay. I saw the name. I wanted to make sure it wasn't on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right. Episode 7, recording in 3, 2, 1. All right.